गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। आई एम एडवोकेट मुश्तबा अहमद। आज हम बात करेंगे। आज सबसे पहले हम आप सभी का वेलकम करते हैं हमारे चैनल पे। आज हम एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट और बहुत ही जो सुना नेसेसरी टॉपिक है रिलेटेड टू एडवोकेट्स एंड लॉयर्स, पर्टिकुलरली एडवोकेट्स हु आर प्रैक्टिसिंग इन द कोर्ट्स। परसों ही आप सबको पता है कि परसों ही बार काउंसिल ऑफ तेलंगाना के इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं। उसमें हम आज जानेंगे कि जनरल परसेप्शन क्या है लोगों का बार काउंसिल इलेक्शंस के प्रति, उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है, और उसके जो भी बार काउंसिल मेंबर या फिर जो भी कॉन्टेस्टेंट कल के दिन जीतेगा इलेक्शन, उसका जो है ना क्या क्या ड्यूटीज रहेंगे, और हम एज ए वोटर्स उससे क्या डिमांड करना चाहिए, और उसको किस तरीके से हम सही रास्ते पे। फॉर एग्जांपल आजकल बहुत वोटिंग में जो सुना पैसे बांटा जा रहा है, पैसों का बहुत खेल हो रहा है, और झूठे वादे कर रहे हैं, बहुत सी चीजें हो रहे हैं। तो उसको हम किस तरीके से वो कंटेस्टेंट को भी किस तरीके से हम सही मेन जो सुना इश्यूज पे हम उसको लाइट डाल के उसको बताने की कोशिश करेंगे। तो जनरली हम ये समझते हैं कि बार काउंसिल ऑफ तेलंगाना है, वो बार काउंसिल के जो भी मेंबर्स हैं उन लोग की ड्यूटीज ये है कि एनरोलमेंट के रिलेटेड में उन लोग की ड्यूटीज है, एनरोलमेंट ऑफ न्यू एडवोकेट्स एंड वेलफेयर ऑफ द एडवोकेट्स का रिलेटेड में उन लोग की ड्यूटीज है। तो ये हमारे जनरल परसेप्शन है कि ये उनकी ड्यूटीज है। हम आज डॉक्टर एडवोकेट इंद्रसेन राव सर से बातचीत करेंगे और जानेंगे कि भाई और क्या क्या ड्यूटीज है बार काउंसिल के मेंबर्स की, और हम एज अ वोटर्स किस तरीके से हम बार काउंसिल मेंबर्स से या फिर कंटेस्टेंट्स ऑफ द बार काउंसिल मेंबर्स से हम सही चीजों की डिमांड करें, और सही कंटेस्टेंट को पहचान कर हम उसको वोट दे। सर प्लीज हम लोग को आज एनलाइटन करिए अपने व्यूज से, और किस तरीके से हम परसों का जो इलेक्शन होने जा रहा है उसको किस तरीके से परस्यू करें, और हम हमारा इन जनरल पूरी जुडिशरी के लिए किस तरीके से हम बेहतर या कुछ अच्छे रिफॉर्मिस्टिक स्टेप लेने की कोशिश करें।
Thank you, Mr. Mustafa, Advocate Mustafa. Actually, day after tomorrow, 30th January, we have the Bar Council elections for Telangana. See, any election, usually it is demanding the power, and to get the power, there are different ways that people or the contestants they use. It is a political or an apolitical. Bar Council elections are totally apolitical. They are nothing to do with the politics or any parties. It is only in the interest of the judiciary. It is in the interest of the advocates. And we have been doing this for several years, several decades. And each bar council election brings some hope, both to the contestants as well as the advocates. But how far those hopes are getting materialized is a big question. Now, this elections is also something like another general elections where the power, money, and other influences are playing a major role. And this is the time we should identify what are the issues in the judiciary and issues in the bar council related problems. In fact, one thing one should understand, I can give you one example. See, earlier the police station are notorious and the people never used to go to the police stations because there is a harassment from the police. Of course, that to some extent it got reduced. Now, almost all the people, whoever they having a litigations, first they wanted to do out of way or they suffer. They have a fear of going to the courts for two reasons. The person who wanted to go to the court, he wanted his problem to be prolonged if he is in a disadvantageous position. And person who wanted to be with the advantages, he doesn't want to go because he knows that he is ultimately going to take lot of delays and lot of decades of waiting for the justice. Still, this particular thing, that is the reason we have a crores and lakhs of the pending cases across the country. Now, each bar council at least to give us a hope that this particular, what are the unethical ways or the issues that are relating to the judiciary, issues relating to the influences on the judiciary to be reduced to some extent. But that some extent is almost negligible for each bar council elections. So now the main reason is again, it is something like whoever is contesting, they spend the money or they wanted a power. And whoever is losing, again, they wanted to get rid of the what are the losses and try to do something differently. So this is a vicious circle is going on in the bar council of election also, like in any other election. That should be stopped. We have a lot of issues. Particularly, we have seen for last few years and few decades, advocates who are coming as a juniors, they are treated like servants. That is the reason these days many junior advocates do not want it to approach the senior just because they have been treated as a servants or their assistants, not as an advocate. That practice has to be totally vanished. Bar Council has to encourage all the seniors to treat the junior advocates in such a way that they are taking the equal share of the responsibility in the judiciary system. That is a important and foremost thing that this bar council should think about it. And second thing, even the advocates don't judge the persons by whatever the influences. You study about the particular contestant and you have time. You have been, because the advertisement for the bar council and contestant who are making their canvassing for last few weeks and few months also. So you should know who is right and who is wrong. Accordingly, you choose the contestant. He may be a new entry or he may be a senior most. Doesn't matter. If the commitment and ethics are there, then you can select such a people. Of course, getting that type of a persons are not that easy, but you have to find out. चिराग लेके ढूंढना पड़ता है. And that is exactly, ultimately, you will have a executive body with a persons with ethics and who work hard for the bar council and judiciary. Unless we do like that, and unless the contestants make the commitment to that extent, then there is no use of these elections and there is no difference between any political elections and this kind of elections. We are telling we are talking about the justice and truth. And we know how to give the judiciary system a very big power tool where the justice is the prior important or a paramount important. So that is exactly the bar council should play a role, be it with respect to the contempt of courts or be it with respect to the judiciary findings or be it with respect to any other issues, judicial issues. One is the facilities for the advocates, other one is the ambience in the courts. These are the two important things that the bar council should seriously think about it, and accordingly they have to play a major role. I think with this few words, I believe that all my co-advocates will take a judicious decisions in electing the best candidates who are the contestants and at least give a very big lift to this present bar council executive body. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mustafa. If you have any specific question or you wanted to say something, I welcome you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, today I was sitting in the High Court of Telangana Association, Advocate Association. There I have seen a campaign of the multiple contestants who are contesting in the Bar Council elections. There I have find some, very weird things among the people. एक कंटेस्टेंट थे जो कि प्रीवियसली बार काउंसिल में कुछ उनका रोल था या कुछ वर्क काम था सो कुछ वेलफेयर स्टैम्प्स अपन को जो 250 रुपीज का वेलफेयर स्टैम्प का कुछ स्कैम है बोल के ऐसा लोग बात करते हैं तो मैं वहां पर बहुत से कंटेस्टेंट उसको एज अ टॉपिक ले जैसा कि 250 रुपीज का बार काउंसिल वो वेलफेयर का स्टैम्प का पैसों का बहुत मिसयूज हुआ या उसका एक स्कैम हुआ बोल के बहुत से कंटेस्टेंट बोले एंड वन पर्सन हु इज स्टैंडिंग देयर and who previously worked in bar council, he was defending that by saying that there is no proof. It's just a you know एक झूठी अफवाह है जो लोगों के बीच में फैला दी गई और लोगों को एक तरीके से झूठ बोल के गुमराह किया गया। बट द थिंग इज दैट कि अपने को वो बार काउंसिल का स्टैम्प इश्यू करने का जरूरत ही क्यों है? बार काउंसिल का स्टैम्प आप प्रिंट ही क्यों करवा रहे हो? इन इन दिस डिजिटल एरा आप उसको एक बैंक अकाउंट नंबर लेके या फिर एक कोई यूपीआई नंबर लेके किसी भी तरीके से डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन डायरेक्टली आप जो भी पार्टीज है वो डायरेक्टली पेमेंट करते हैं, उसका प्रिंट आउट निकाल के लगा दे सकते हैं उसको। आज के टाइम भी आप जो सुना ओल्ड मेथड्स यूज कर रहे हैं जिसमें कि 100% पॉसिबिलिटीज है कि उसमें या तो कोई उसको प्रिंट कर ले या तो कोई उसको झूठा मतलब उसको डबल दामों पे बेचे। बहुत से देर आर लॉट्स ऑफ लूपहोल्स इन दैट। तो पता नहीं कि ये सबसे मेन चीज ये थी कि इसको चेंज करने के बारे में कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा था। कोई इसको डिफेंड कर रहा है, कोई इसको जो है सो ना सपोर्ट कर रहा है। First thing I have noticed this, and I want your views on this also. And second thing is that corruption in court in every step, from the stage of filing to the stage of order sheet। अगर आप लेने के बीच में जितने भी स्टेप्स रहते हैं ना, इनफैक्ट आई हैव सीन मेनी थिंग्स लाइक जब भी अक्यूज की जो प्रेजेंस होती है या अपीयरेंस होती है इन क्रिमिनल कोर्ट, तो वहां पर भी जो सुना अटेंडर हु इज स्टैंडिंग एट द गेट और डोर, he asked money from the accused also। What is this? I am unable to understand, and how far the bar council has power and how far bar council can address this issue, sir। ये दो टॉपिक्स मैं आपके सामने रखना
Okay.
चाहता हूँ, उसका लास्ट में आपका उस पे व्यूज
Thank you.
सर।
Yeah, they are very, very genuine and important points. See, here I would like to make my views and my suggestions. See, we are now going towards the AI as well as the high technology. And in the judiciary system, we at least up till now we are only up to the video conferencing and just maintaining the files online for the checking the cases or a case status. See, there is nothing transparency is really there. How far the files are pending and why the case is pending for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. What are the judges are doing? Judges do have a power. See, there is a saying with respect to the judiciary. Justice delayed is justice denied. But associated is that justice hurried is justice buried. These two are the correct things, but there should be a balance. Okay, hurry means you don't have to take a decisions immediately, but is it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Okay, if there are any specific criminal cases, investigations are involved, that is a separate. But how about other civil cases, which can be, see, now we have a lot of AI technology is there, and the tracing of the files is easy. If a particular case, either side of the advocates do not worry for at least 4 times, 5 times, take expertise, let them appeal to the further. See, this is not happening. Everybody says that okay, you are giving a time because I have to give a time. I'm not blaming the judges here. I'm blaming only the advocates, our own advocates. In the process, I'm also blaming our bar council members also, because bar council is a total bar and bench system, एक integrated system. You have to be considering about all those things. We have to bring a quality system in the judiciary. That is the most important, and quality system will come only with the transparency. What are the real issues are there? There should be conferences, not just talking about the constitution, talking about the IPR, or talking about various subjects. Those subjects are already available with the books and the YouTubes and all those things. But what are the actual process in the high court and all other courts? This association should create a forum, and at least on a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, periodically they have to see the real issues of the particular court and discuss among the advocates, as well as you have to involve the judges also. The transparency should be there. You can even bring some of the issues to the fore. There is nothing like secrecy. Everything should be transparency. See, in the government, there are so many vigilance cases are there, and CBC takes care of the vigilance cases, and there the CVC is also under the pressure. If there is a particular time limit, if the case is not resolved, then they are responsible. But in judiciary, that responsibility is not at all there, for which we need to establish a quality system and transparency. Only through this, all the 2 points which you are saying, one is the corruption, other is the inefficiency, these two can be arrested. And then bar council, whatever the executive body who is winning, should involve all the advocates, integrate all the whoever is associated with this, and make conferences, make decisions, and submit to the judiciary, submit to the justice, submit to the higher authorities of the bar council to take a decision. And here I have one more important point. In fact, this point I have raised earlier also with some of the systems. See, this is with respect to the qualification. I'm not supporting that advocate banake, that fellow will create a problem. No, I want all the qualified people only. There is a exam is there, LLB entrance is there. There is a system is there, 3 years, 5 years, and all that. But there is a system which prevents all the graduates who have completed their online courses like a BA, BSc, they are not eligible. I agree to the extent that you don't allow any law course online because it needs the interaction and the regular practices. But a online graduation or a distance education graduate can apply for the IAS and IPS and become a bureaucrat. Why he cannot? If he is going through the various issues, like he has undergone the online course, he has qualified. If you want, you can put some 30, 60%, 70% marks as a pre-qualification. But they should not be totally denied. It is also against the right to equality under Article 14. Anyway, these are issues we will be taking separately, but I request this Bar Council members and association should take some of the issues, and ultimately there should be at least one improvement from one stage to other stage and one council to others. What exactly? And each outgoing bar council has to give a presentation and a white paper. What are the things they have done in last few years or whatever the period they have been in the power or as a executive member? There should be a journal exclusively for the public purpose. What are the things they have done? This type of a transparency will certainly help in the 2 points which Mr. Mustafa you have raised. I hope, I think to some extent I am
Yes, sir.
pointing out on that issues. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And once
And
again, my
all आप
request to
सभी जो
all
भी
the contestants:
yes
be serious about your profession and be judicious, particularly with the voters. You be judicious in electing the members. Let us not regret again once
okay
more. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.